Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you're doing well and had a good week. Hi. So today I have a reaction video for you all. I know how much you love these, so I feel like I don't give you enough of these. So this is why today. Okay. So I wanted to do a TikTok reaction video, but I see so many TikTok and Instagram things overlapping on all the different platforms. It's an overall this is every platform reactions. We're going to look at some hacks you've been tagging me in over on Instagram, sending me all this stuff. I just want to ask something off you all. I absolutely love that you send me things, tag me in things. Please stop tagging me in these two videos. I've reacted to them. I've seen them. I don't want to see them again. They're too much. They're way too much. Okay, let's get into it. But first of all, if you haven't met me already, hi, my name is Robert. I'm a professional makeup artist here on YouTube and also in real life. And by profession, I mean it was my paid profession for the last 13 years. And it's my goal here on YouTube to help you become a pro yourself or just someone who's really good at makeup. And sometimes that means separating clickbaity online videos and videos that are made for kind of just fun and taking a look at those and seeing how they would work in real life and whether or not you should take that as advice or just a little bit of internet fun. And this isn't about makeup rules. Some of you may say that makeup has no rules. And I would agree that creativity and individuality have no rules, but makeup most definitely has a theory. And these videos are for people who want to learn that theory. That does not mean that you have to stop doing your makeup the way you like it. It does not mean that I hate the way you do your makeup. It also doesn't mean that you're not free to express yourself. But these videos are for people that want to learn makeup theory, or maybe there's a tip or trick in these videos to help you with something you're struggling with your makeup because you've tried to copy a video online, for example. And this is a scar and it doesn't stop me from doing makeup. And I don't cover it because I don't think scars are things that need to be covered, just for those of you who want to know and for some reason feel it's okay to ask. All right, let's get into it, starting with our first video. Oh, subscribe. Sure. So, here's the thing with dark circles, okay? One of my biggest things I've got from working in makeup, working with clients, working with people who see their faces every day. We look in the mirror and we pick at our faces and we're like, this could be a little bit different. This could be tweaked more. This could be tweaked more. If that girl was my client and she was like, I need to cover my dark circles, I'll be like, what dark circles? What dark circles? Your under eye circles aren't as dark as you think they are a lot of the time. You don't need as much coverage as you think you need. Or, I mean, you can do whatever you want. But a lot of the time, you don't need this much coverage. It's a good trick to use red under the eyes if you have severely dark under eyes. Severely dark. I mean, you've tried everything and nothing covers them. This girl here, first of all, who has incredible skin and no dark under eye circles, nothing that a wash of concealer wouldn't cover if there's anything that needs coverage. And also as well, let me just watch that again. Let's look at the positioning of that red. The thing is how to cover dark circles. Why is the majority of a product on your cheek then? Because that's not where your dark circles are. This really goes into how much product you need to use and how much you should be using. Minimal product, see how much that spreads, see how much that blends, see how much that covers first. And then add what you need gradually, especially with red. Red is something that is so difficult to cover. Colors that are so bold and can potentially ruin your makeup if it smudges or if it, goes a bit wrong. Do a tiny bit at a time and cover where needed. Also as well, dark circles, especially on somebody with her skin tone, if she was to have dark circles, more than likely it would gather here and on the outside corner here. You don't need to spread that the whole way across. When we're covering our darkness, try and pinpoint where is darker and where you need that little bit more coverage, and then use that product directly on the area. It's like concealing a blemish here and being like, oh, I'll just put the concealer here. You're not covering it. And if anything, this video is making it actually harder to do. She's so pretty though. Look at her skin. Incredible skin. Absolutely amazing. I wish I started taking care of my skin from when I was 2 years old. her skin looks absolutely incredible after that, and with such minimal product as well. It just goes to show that you can highlight and contour without the use of excessive product and still have it look really effective. The tape, however, isn't something, oh, by the way, I put this in here because so many of you tagged me in this and sent it to me. The tape isn't something you need to do. If anything, it's just a hindrance to your routine. But this video is a good guideline to areas where you can highlight and contour and get like a good effect from it. Same with the lip one before. Not necessarily for tape, I don't think you need for tape. But what we see a lot of time is when she deepened these areas, what we see in a lot of other videos, and you would have seen through my other reaction videos, is that people go straight over the top of that detailing, that depth that they added. They go over the top, the whole thing, cover it with lipstick and then cover it with a gloss, and you can't see it anymore. What this girl did here was she left those areas, she tapped the lighter color in the areas that were empty, so she still kept that definition and detail. Her skin, her makeup looks so nice. So yeah, I wouldn't necessarily go taping my face. I would, however, use that as a guideline to where is good to highlight and contour. Why did I say that? I think I saved this because was it an advert? It was an advert that came up, right? So L'Oreal, one of the biggest makeup and beauty brands, possibly in the whole world ever, is suggesting that we use a sponge like this on the face. Every brand who has released beauty blenders, beauty sponges, suggests that you dampen your sponge. Yes, it's a suggestion, but there's a reason why it's a suggestion. When you dampen your sponge and it's full of moisture, first of all, it can't absorb as much product. But second of all, you're meant to bounce it off the skin to get that blend. When you wipe around your face, it's the same with makeup brushes. When you wipe around your face, you're moving the product around your face. You're not blending it into that area. It gives you a really natural finish, but it doesn't give you an even coverage. So what she's doing there is just kind of wiping around her face. So dragging a sponge around your face is just doing that to your foundation. It's dragging your foundation around. Bounce off the skin, bounce and tap. Everyone knows this by now, right? She's so cute. I got tagged in this or had it sent to me or whatever so many times. And this is what I want to say about this video. One of the main things people asked when they sent this to me was, does this work? And I was like, well, what is she trying to achieve in the video? Because she starts off drawing lines on her face and it's almost showing where is a good place to add blush on her face shape. And it's almost like she's making the grid of where she wants to apply the blush. And then she taps it in, which is great. She's tapping it in that little area and then she blends it out everywhere else anyway. So she's not really sticking to that area. So what was the point? What was the point in that whole video? So what is it? What do you, what? The question, does it work? Does what work? Potting on blush? Because that's all she's doing is potting on regular blush. And this is a great video where it's like, people do emulate these things, copy these things in real life. People will sit there and they'll draw these lines on their face and then put the blush and then tap it out. And it's like, you've just wasted so much time. You could have just tapped blush it in like she did at the end of the video. This is a great example of something that is made to be visually appealing and look like, oh, this is, you know, she's making lines and all this kind of stuff online because it catches attention. That's what things are for. That's what thumbnails are for. That's what these videos are for. They catch people's attention to click on them. And that's a huge part of the makeup culture that we're in at the moment. So many things have been made in online. People have grown up watching videos online. Remember, people need to make money from these things. So they're going to do whatever to catch your attention. It's a money-making business. It's exactly that. My reaction video thumbnails are a screenshot of me looking as shocked as I look in that video because it gets attention, and that's seen through my figures and all that kind of stuff. Is it slightly clickbaity? It's a general reaction from my video, so not really, because it's something that happens in the video, but it gets attention because I need to make money from that video, let's be real. So looking at something like this, where people are going to click on that. It's not a makeup technique that she probably genuinely does every single day. She's done that to get your attention, which is absolutely fine. It's not a bad thing. But don't take it as makeup advice. She has great skin. It was a great product placement in terms of a blush, and she blended it in really nicely with a beauty sponge to get a really nice natural finish. That's what you should take from that video. Not that you have to draw like a graph on your face or any of that kind of stuff. So pick and choose what you take from these videos. Even my videos, even the advice I give, pick and choose what you take, because advice isn't the same for everyone. So does it work? Putting on blush does something. But I wouldn't go as far as to draw a grid on the face and then just blend out of that grid anyway.
What's the big difference between bronzer and contour? So typically, bronzers are matte or shimmery powders that are pretty warm toned, and the whole point of them is to add tan, bronzed effect to your skin. When working with bronzers, it's typical to use a fluffy, larger brush like this one. And when you apply bronzer, you want to apply it a little bit higher on the cheekbone. You want to apply it to the temples and even across the nose, anywhere the sun would naturally hit your face. So on the other hand, contour powders are always matte, and they are much cooler because they emulate shadows. The point of them is to sculpt the face and add definition, not warmth or to make you look tanner. So when working with contour powders, contour brushes are typically much thinner and more angular because you want to get a sharper application. And I like to take a contour powder and you want to put it right in the hollow of the cheekbone because, again, the whole point of them is to add definition and to sculpt the face.
Perfect. So perfect. What a great explanation. That is a question I get a lot as well, the difference between contour and bronzer. What he said, literally that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Such a great description as well with brush sizes and placement. Brush sizes really do make a difference. What he said about the bronzer, and the size of a brush is a great point, like a large fluffy brush. Don't go as large as something like this. This is great for like face powder and maybe some like body bronzing and things like that. But with a bronzer, like he said, you want to do it where the sun would like catch the skin. So like around the hairline here, a little bit on the nose, on the top of the cheeks here. So you need a minimal precision without being too precise, because that's where your contouring is coming in, and that's where you need the most precision and definition. So use a big brush, but don't go crazy. This is how I see so many people apply bronzer, right? They do this and then they just go, and it's like, oh, I've ruined everything. And it's like, where are you going? What are you doing? What's happening there? This is a perfect explanation. Absolutely perfect. Incredible. Yeah, perfection. She has a really incredible accent, by voice. If you get to watch this video, do. This is another one I was tagged in it so many times, and personally, I would not do this at all with Gorilla Tape. Gorilla Tape is the strongest tape ever. Do we have it in the UK? I don't know if we have it in the UK, but it's known for to hold anything, right? Like it's so strong. Glitter is a pain. I fucking hate glitter. I hate it so much, but like it looks great, but I hate taking it off. It is so messy. I have like a slight phobia of glitter where I set aside brushes to use with glitter because I don't want it to touch anything else, especially in my professional kit. I don't have glitter in my professional kit unless a client asks for it, then I will purposefully buy it. And wrap it up 10 million times so it never leaks because it hangs around for years. You can remove glitter with tape, absolutely fine. Gorilla Tape, I wouldn't at all. Way too strong. The eyes are so extremely sensitive. The skin is sensitive. She does mention in this video that it won't pull out your brows, it won't pull out your lashes, but how strong or weak are your brows or lashes, you don't know. It also kind of removed her makeup. But Her makeup looks incredible. There's a few ways you can do this. If you're using a really strong glitter, you can use a lash adhesive on your lid and just peel it straight off afterwards. You can use tape. Here's how I would use tape. I'm not going to use that tape. I'm going to use regular tape. She uses like Gorilla Tape and just puts it straight onto her eyes. I personally like to wrap the tape around my fingers like this. Doesn't have to be like tidy or anything. Then I'll take the tape and on the back of my hand, if that's clean, I touch it to my skin a little bit so it loses stickiness a tiny bit. So we want to almost get rid of that strong stickiness. Then I can use it on the lid and take off glitter. It doesn't pull the skin as much. It's going to pull what's on the surface off. It's not as immediate as that because obviously that is like super glue, strong tape. So do be careful. Do be careful for your skin, guys. Your skin. It's always on your face forever. Forever and ever and ever. Please, please, please be careful. But my God, tape on the eyes. Controversial. It's controversial for me.
If you hate scrubbing makeup brushes for hours on end, you're going to want to watch this. So I'm putting everything in these little mesh bags. My brushes, I'm separating them and putting them into 3 different baggies. Right here, if you guys don't have those kinds of mesh bags, you guys can use a tote bag that is kind of t-shirt material, double knotted, and we're going to throw our towels, our headbands, anything that we really use for videos. And I'm throwing my brushes in with 2 Tide Pods. Okay, delicate setting. Make sure it's set to cold. 47 minutes in the washer. Take them out. You guys, look at how clean these already look. Boom. So we take them out and obviously again, look at this. Wow. Okay, I'm so shook because like this really made my brushes already dry and they were so clean. I was ready to use them. I'm just throwing them in my glass little containers right here, organizing them next to my desk. I also made sure I folded all my makeup towels and I put them in the drawer next to me as well because this is where I film. Let me know down below if you guys are going to try this and I love you. I'm out.
As tempting as that is to get brushes so clean, so quick and instantly, please, please, please don't do that with your brushes, especially if they're expensive and you treasure them and you want them to last. Cheaper brushes, fine. If you're happy to replace them, absolutely fine. Not all brushes are waterproof unless a brand specifically specifies that they are waterproof. That's the same thing. Unless a brand specifies that they are waterproof, even then I wouldn't do it. Let's think of the structure of a brush and let's look at an average brush. So let's take this one, for example. This is a really affordable brush, like a lot of brush sets are nowadays. They all tend to be the same thing. If you buy them from Amazon, most independent brands buy wholesale brushes that loads of brands do. I mean, like Morphe, the Morphe Crown situation, they drop ship them, all this kind of stuff. In your brush, past these hairs right here, in this little bit here, all the hairs are glued together. They're glued right in here under this metal thing here. If you're to heat this up in any way, it can melt the glue and all your hairs will fall out. If you're washing on a cold wash in a washing machine, you're still going to get water into this area here. All kinds of shit is going to grow in there. It's going to be so disgusting in there. But also as well, just because it's not hot, it doesn't mean that that can't ruin the glue. The hairs will start to fall out. The shape will get all weird. Your brushes aren't going to last very long at all. Don't put them in a washing machine. Please, just don't. It's so ridiculous. It just... Makeup sponges, fine. What cloths, all that kind of stuff, fine. Your brushes, please do not do that. Please, dear God, do not do that. All right. Well, that's it for today. I hope that was good for you, informational. I'll be honest, I was in a bit of a bad mood today, so I think that showed through the video. It is so hot at the moment here in England, and I hate the heat. Summer puts me in a bad mood. I cannot wait for winter. I cannot wait for rain. I can't wait for October. I can't wait for it to be cold, and everyone else is complaining except me. I just can't wait. Thank you so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. Give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Please consider subscribing if you want to. You absolutely do not have to. Thanks again for joining me. I will see you very soon. Bye.